everyone, and welcome to Artificial Conference Conversations. I am here with Erica Lee, VP of Machine Learning at Upwork. Erica, so good to have you. How's it going?
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, everybody's getting super excited for the conference. The days are winding down. And one of the things everybody wants to know is, who they're going to talk to. You've been working in machine learning. You probably know well more than the average person when it comes to machine learning, algorithms, AI. So why should anyone listen to you, first of all, on this subject? There's so much information out there. Why should they listen to you?
God bless. I'd say my background, I've been in AI for almost a decade. I first got interested when I was 13, actually, and I read a book called Singularity is Near by Ray Kurzweil. He's known as one of the fathers of AI. And I've been working in AI since it's an ability to help computers learn through examples or data, and I truly believe it can empower the world. Most of my career has been both startups, ones that I did myself, as well as joining other ones, and then working in many different corporate environments, being an AI manager at Apple, as well as being a director at Zillow, where we helped reinvent the Zestimate, as well as a lot of other kind of forecasting algorithms, and then most recently at Upwork, where we built a lot of the new search algorithms with vector databases and fraud algorithms to really automate a business at scale. So I've been lucky to have so many experiences that let me get down to the code and the bare algorithm, all the way to actually productionalizing it at scale with infrastructure like AWS, SageMaker, Google Kubeflow, and more. So I love being able to share advice, especially to minorities or women or people in the field that don't have a PhD or a lot of formal education, which is my background. So if you choose to listen to me, great. If you choose not to as well, great, because not everything's going to be accurate on the internet. And I always say, learn what you know and share what you care about.
No, that's awesome. So you mentioned you've been working on building a lot of these different systems. What is it that you're most excited about in the world of AI in this moment and moving forward? What are some of the things that excite you?
AI is such an exciting place. Right now, there's obviously the big LLMs or large language models, also known as generative AI, since AI used to just show you a prediction or an answer, and now it can go back and forth like a question and answer and really develop complex answers. So I really like the space that we're in with LLMs because it's really expanding kind of language translation. But I'm also just really excited about infrastructure. NVIDIA has been one of the leaders in GPUs and seeing how they can get more chips out and silicons to power, as well as just seeing the new types of developer tools. So there's startups that are building these full kind of avatars and chatbots and robotics. So I'd say the most exciting thing for me is the fact that so much tooling and software and data is free or low cost on the internet. And that allows us to be able to get involved at any time and place. So I'm excited.
All right. So a lot of people are wondering, is this presentation right for me? Your keynote, machine learning, talking about everything that you're going to talk about. Who should attend your presentation? Who would you say this would be a good fit for?
My presentation would be most ideal for anybody, either one, interested in machine learning. We're going to break it down in very simple concepts, have visuals, animations, so people can get familiar with terms like neural network and a random forest and what a production system is. The second category would be people that are either in tech or maybe a peripheral analytical industry like finance or other kind of business types that are looking to learn more about engineering and AI specifically. And then the third type would be people that work in AI as well, but maybe are not as up to date with what's new out. So we'll have a little section with the new generative AI work as well as new tools and opportunities. So people that want to get a refresher on the present would be able to get a lot of benefit from it.
Oh, that's awesome. And what would you say would be some of the key takeaways from your presentation that you would want to leave people with?
The three main takeaways, I'd say, one is I really want everybody to really understand what AI is, what the difference between AI, machine learning, data science, and a lot of the terms of tooling and data. So they feel really empowered to be able to discuss it with people in and out of the industry. The second is to get people just excited and passionate and develop a lot of enthusiasm around the field besides the hype that's going on in the news so people feel like they're involved. And then the third is that part of my life is inspiring people, especially minorities, women, people straight out of college, be able to actually pursue AI as a career. So I hope that people feel that they are educated enough to see other people in the field and maybe one day take a stab at it. So really excited and I can't wait.
Yeah, that's great. And so there's people right now that are wondering, they have they're seeing AI from the sidelines and they're wondering, should I invest my time? Should I invest my energy? What would you say to someone who is on the fence about attending this conference and really diving in to engaging with the speakers, the community, and the information that we're going to be sharing there? What would you say to someone on the fence?
If somebody's on the fence about coming or not,
Yeah.
I say, one, go with your gut reaction. If you're even interested a little bit, find a friend, offer to volunteer to get maybe a discounted ticket. Just find a way to get there, even if it means maybe jumping over the fence or something. If you're really excited about AI, this is going to be one of the biggest events in LA, especially. Lots of great corporate sponsors and startups. You'll be able to meet friends and potential peers in the industry. So I'd say definitely find a way to do it if you're you and a little bit of an itch. And if you are coming, I'd say try to make it to both days. I know there's going to be a social and a mixer on the first day, so it's a good chance to meet people a bit more informally and develop relationships, especially if you're based on LA.
Yeah. So artificial intelligence has transformed a lot of industries. How have you feel that it's really transformed your field of expertise coming from where you are in the programming background and building out and actually building product and things like that? How has it transformed and what exciting developments do you see in your industry?
I'd say the most exciting developments I see is people being able to leverage AI as a tool for good and something that helps collaborate and expand human capabilities. There's a lot of ideas that AI can do too much automation or wipe out certain jobs or make changes that are detrimental. So I'm really hoping, including me, that as a practitioner in the field, we work on AI that's ethical, that's scalable, and that actually benefits the larger scope of humanity. There's things in productivity, helping business forecast supply chains and making sure they're using more sustainable resources, as well as communication tools so people can better communicate and find ways to have more positive experiences. So I really hope that just like with tech and the internet, that people leverage AI to really make a difference, because all it is, it's algorithms that use data to make interpretations, and that data is really what's important. So as long as data is large and inclusive and representative of the type of world we want to live in, I have a lot of confidence and optimism that AI is going to change humanity for the better.
And that's what we're all about here at Artificial Conference, is helping to usher in that golden age and to aim it at those problems so we can really go, instead of the dystopian future, we can go into the golden age where humanity is really thriving. And there's definitely work to do, but AI can really help us in that. And I love how you're participating in that. So the theme for the conference is accelerate, integrate, and transform. So AIT. So how do you feel that these aspects really inspire attendees to embrace the power of AI? Because we go with accelerate your integration, right? Holding back on it is just going to leave you behind, just like the internet, and everybody was waiting. And there was so much you could have been learning at the start of the internet. But how do you feel that AI can help people accelerate both their own personal life and transform their life or their community? What are some ways that people can use that?
Yeah, so if it's AIT, accelerate, integrate, transform, I'd say the most important part, in my opinion, is that middle one, integrate, which is how do we actually integrate it in the day-to-day lives of people. There's many big tech companies that are creating developer tools and resources to scale it, but I would love to see more small businesses and startups get involved and have a larger and more dominant voice in the industry. Like any technology or kind of powerful tool, the more we can dissipate it and decentralize it, so there's more voices and more people of perspectives joining. I do think there's somewhat like a balance of powers if you think about government and like the Speaker of the House. Having more people and more businesses and communities and nonprofits and governments involved, I think will create a bit more holistic and collective AI experience. So I'm really hoping more of those types of group are able to integrate it, and then we'll be able to transform at a scale that we never thought about.
No, that's awesome. So we have an amazing lineup of speakers, you being one of them, and we're so happy to have you. We have people talking about art who've worked on Marvel films and worked at DreamWorks and these major studios. We have people who focus completely on automation, automating like complete marketing strategies and operations, and some amazing marketers that are blowing it out of the water in those different spaces. And we have a copyright attorney talking about copyright and the law and these different things that are changing. Is there anybody in particular that you're interested in connecting with, or any topic that you're looking to go more in depth with some of the other speakers at the conference?
Yes, really excited outside of the whole technical analytical part of me. I love just the creative arts, anything with music and visual arts, sort of the AV world. You can probably see I have a guitar and like a little music studio we're building out here. LA is the city and soul of music. So being able to see how people are using machine learning to change music and enhance that auditory and visual experience, as well as people that are working in AI to help a social welfare and people that have not as much privileges or opportunities. I love seeing that it as a tool to create more sustainability or equality. So both sides are really excited, and I'm sure I'll meet a bunch of new AI best friends.
Yeah, a bunch of AI besties. And lastly, one of the big things is everybody's on their way to the conference. They'll be also tuning in online, in chat, connecting with new people. Like network is an integral part. If you're going to go to a conference, networking is where it's all about. Any advice that you would give for attendees to maximize their interactions and forge meaningful connections moving forward and as they show up?
Yes. First of all, to be looking up and looking at people, I'd say I grew up, my brother has Asperger's and I had some mild autism, and my entire life was actually looking down. And you can't actually connect with people if you're not looking them in the eye. So I would say look up, look at people in the eye. And then two, if someone smiles or you both laugh at the same speech that someone said, or there's a panel and you can tell that someone's badged in their company similar to yours, I say don't be afraid to go up or wave or try to create that gesture. Believe it or not, most of the people that are my friends, including my partner, I would actually go up to them and I would offer them my number. And if you don't feel comfortable offering your number on LinkedIn, you can actually share your URL, or they have that QR code option. So you can show them the QR code and then they can like scan it and then you can link each other. I say always try to initiate it, because if you're waiting for somebody to reach out to you, they're probably waiting for you to reach out to them, and it becomes that diffused responsibility where like nobody does anything. So I'd say if you have a spark of interest or you feel a little bit of a connection with somebody based on that energy, take the initiative. And even if you're younger or you're a woman or there's something that's not normal in that social situation, honestly, I say when you go to events, I say everybody is equal. We're all humans. Don't worry about judgment and really try to build connections in person, because so many jobs are remote now and so many people live in different cities that it's a bit harder to build those interpersonal and physical relationships. So if you see me at the conference and you want to build a connection, please reach out to me and I'm happy to connect.
No, that's awesome. With every event that I do, I always try and keep it like a family reunion. That's the way that I see it, that you're waiting to meet somebody because you're collectively brought together by something that really matters to you. And with this, it's all about artificial intelligence, how the world is really evolving, how technology is evolving and changing our world. So some of the things that we're going to have at the conference, which is super exciting for me, because I always want this whenever I go, is stickers to say, I'm a programmer, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a marketer, I'm a content creator. So you can just see by color, oh, these are all my fellow marketers, or here's all my fellow programmers. So you get an idea.
Some sort of like category. I'd love a sticker that's I'm shy, but please talk to me.
Yeah, so something that creates that invitation.
I'm available to network.
Yes,
Like a little
exactly.
QR code or like a little handle. People can write their handle of their Twitter. Just something that shows that, hey, I'm open, even though my body language might be a bit shy. Because, hey, we all get a bit shy. So I'm really excited to see those little badges.
Yeah, so we're gonna make it really easy for people to network, connect. Is there any last thing you want to share with anybody on their way to the conference, be it virtual or in person?
This conference is all about connection. I wrote a poem that kind of talked about, what's it called? I said something around AI is not about invention. It's about helping others and prevention. Data is not just about structure and scope. It's about commonality, finding eternal hope. Let's find out people are related because we need more unity. Are we ready to make the world pure with no punity? And the idea is AI, I see it as a tool just to find what do people have in common? How do we unite? How do we become one? Because I really believe our spirituality is about coming together as one and being able to share energy and make the world a better place, both conscious and unconscious entities. So I really am in AI because I say it was a calling to me. I never knew anybody that worked in this industry. Nobody in my family history worked in tech. And I just moved to Silicon Valley in my early 20s to just take a jump. I lived in a room within a room in San Francisco, so it was so expensive, and I planned my way all the way up. And AI is all about really believing in eternal optimism and finding the way to make things better. So I'm very excited for this conference. I really hope people take that away and are able to come. So we'll see you, I think, August 16th and 17th.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why we definitely love to have you, because of your view on AI and the spiritual connection of us all coming together. And that's the idea of, we're not going to get to the golden age alone. Like, the golden age happens when we actually unify and work together. We share our knowledge. We're able to use technology for the benefit of our brothers and sisters on this globe that we call home. So, Erica, thank you so much for everything. We can't wait to see you at the conference.
Yes, you too, Matthias. Very excited and such a blessing to be able to do one of the keynotes. And yes, if you're at the conference, say hello to me and I would love to connect.